Hey, well, welcome back to another episode on Genealogy TV. My name is Connie Knox, a lifelong genealogist here to help you go further, faster, and factually with your family research. Now, today we are talking about family search and specifically vital records. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but there are a lot of vital records available on family search. Now, Ancestry has a fair amount too, but I'll tell you what, before you go and order any vital record, a birth certificate, a marriage certificate, that's basically what we're talking about is birth, marriage, death, and divorce records. Before you go and order any of those documents, make sure you check Family Search first because they have a lot of that stuff available for free. So we're going to jump into that here in just a moment. All right, so we're going to talk about vital records and where to find them on Family Search. And so I always have a different way of searching things, it seems like. So I'm going to show you how I do it. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so that you get notified each time we upload a video. And, well, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. All right, we're going to jump into it right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to Search. And instead of going to Records, I like to go to the catalog. And in the catalog, we're going to search by subject, and we're going to type vital records. Now, I know this is a little different than most people do it, but this is the way I do it. All right. And I'm going to pick a place. Now, you could just search all vital records, and it's going to give you a big, long list, but let's narrow it down to, let's pick a place. Virginia. Virginia. All right, Virginia, United States. Okay, we're going to hit search. Now, as you take a look at this list, what you're going to find is a lot more than just vital records. And it's probably because there are vital statistics held within these records. Okay, and if you just kind of peruse that list for a moment, we've got everything from genealogical collections to history, newspapers, obituaries, probate records. But let's go down here to where it says vital records specifically, because that's what we asked for. And I love the way Family Search does this. Family Search, when you click on these arrows, it opens up what's inside that arrow instead of taking you to a whole new screen. And I love that because it preserves my original list. So then I can sit here and I can peruse exactly what vital records I'm looking for. All right, so we're going to take a look at this one right here. It says birth records for Virginia, 1853 to 1896, indexes, 1853 to 1899, delayed birth indexes, 1912 to 1950. So let's take a look at that for a second. So here you get a lot of information about where it's at, but if you scroll down and you read through all this information, you scroll down, you can find more information, and some of these have a camera with a lock on it. Well, when it's got a camera, you can look at it right online. If it's got a lock on it, you have to look at it probably at the local family history library. But you can see what is available here, and there's quite a bit. Okay, so let's jump over to the traditional way to look for records, and that is through the search and through records. And for the interest of time, I went ahead and pre-populated this with an ancestor of mine, Oliver Booth, and his birth year and his death information as well, because I'm really seeking information about his death. Okay, so we hit search. And one of the first things that pops up is a death record for him. And this is the right guy. Okay, and here is that camera icon again I was talking about. This time it does not have a lock on it, so let's go take a look at that. And bingo, I get his death certificate. Let's zoom in a little bit so we can see that a little bit better. But we definitely have a death certificate here that matches my ancestor. So that is kind of a quick way that you can find a couple different ways. You can find vital information, not necessarily vital record certificates like a birth certificate or death certificate, but other information as well with the first method I showed you. But here, the second method definitely shows you how you can find a death certificate in the record search as well. So make sure you're checking both ways. I think it's helpful because you may find an obituary or some other evidence of a person's death or a person's birth or a person's marriage through another record that you hadn't really thought of before. Okay, so I got one more little tip for you. It has nothing to do with vital records, but I thought this was cool, so I wanted to share it with you. So if you are on the fan tree on Family Search, and you click on one of your ancestors, I'm just going to pick one here, and you pop them up and you say, I want to keep an eye on this guy. Remember, this is a collaborative tree on Family Search, so if people are making changes to this person in the tree, you can click the watch button, and when you do that, you're going to get notified of when someone has made a modification of that. I love this feature. I use it all the time. In fact, I probably ought to run around and hit watch on every single one of these people in my ancestry. But I find this wildly helpful. And you know what's cool is it also says who the other member is that's making a modification to the tree. And so this is a great way to stay on top of when people are adding information. So I hope that was helpful as well. And well, I hope all of it is helpful to you. So if it was, give us a thumbs up. And well, we'll catch you next time on Genealogy TV.